Hello everyone, welcome back to Sports Kabri with me, Rishi and Adi. Um, yeah, we're in the middle of an IPL game. CSK MI 40 of 36 is what the Chennai Super Kings need. Oh my god. Okay, I can't believe we just started and Jax gets current bolt. So it's becoming a
Rahul's
lot.
superhero, by the way,
Huh?
Sam Curran.
You
Rahul's
said he won't
superhero,
even
Sam
play.
Curran.
You said he won't
Huh?
play. You said he won't play.
Yeah, he technically didn't play
Apparently he
today.
did. Apparently he did play. So yeah,
Yeah, and what did he do? Can you
I mean,
please
yeah, but
explain?
but you said you won't play. I'm just saying. I never said he was extremely well with the bat. I said with the
You
ball.
told he's going to be
I said,
very
I said,
dangerous in Chepauk. He only got one over. He got out for 4 runs.
yeah. That unfortunately the spinners did the job. They didn't need him, but yeah, he is
Oh,
effective at Chepauk
okay.
if he bowls. But it's 40 of 35, and Jadeja and Dhoni to come. This is really heating up, bro. Rishi, what do you have to say, bro? As the MI fan, apparently.
Brother, our batting is despicable, and I don't know how we're going to address this once. Like even
Bro, come on. That was
Hardik
so
Pandya,
harsh. That was such a
really,
tough wicket to play on. Like, I think
Yeah,
it is
even
tough. It is a
CSK
tough.
should.
no, bro.
There's one
I
thing that the
agree.
wicket is tough to bat on, but then there's one more thing that your batsman can't be batting like completely brain dead. Surya Kumar Yadav got off to a good start, and then he wasn't willing to read the ball at all. Robin Mins came in, four shadow shots he played of the same stroke. He tried hitting the same shot, four different balls. Everything hit his pad or he missed. And the fifth shot, he eventually got out playing the same shot. When you and in the middle overs, the spinners are having the upper hand. Okay, you just get through it. So you have to. But there's one thing about navigating the pitch. There's one more thing about not understanding what is required and just completely playing brain dead. That's what I'm criticizing them for. I'm not saying this was a very easy highway to bat on like that SRH pitch. I'm saying the batsman should have been a little bit more mature.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like I think it's a 170 wicket, like 170, 175.
Yeah,
You can score
170,
170,
180 is
175.
yeah.
And I think Mumbai were on course, bro, after the power play. Like although they lost three, like I think that's also another
Tilak
element where
Verma and Sky were
bro, it's become
going.
so common to lose three wickets in the power play, but actually it makes a difference. Like it does make a difference because you have like that much less batting going into the middle overs where they are going to be very dangerous, Chennai. And I agree also because I don't think Noor Ahmed was amazing. At the same way, I don't think Vignesh Puttur is bowling out of his skin or anything. It's genuinely like they have been all over the place. Even Noor Ahmed was all over the place. He was not bowling like one channel or anything like that. So it is, I feel like, yeah, of course, the wicket is a little slowish. It is gripping, it is stopping, but it's not insanely turning, like it's not a rank turner where it's spinning from corners or whatever. So I genuinely feel like it was a 170, 175 wicket too. But it's good. I think at one stage it didn't even look like Mumbai were going to get 140, but Deepak Chahar in the end genuinely. But it makes but it makes a difference. Like a guy who has played there for so long understands that there will be pace off. You can't just play through the line like else does these days. That you have to sort of pick your moments, and that's what he did. And to be very honest, Rutraj Gaikwad showed how to bat like very effectively on this wicket, where he didn't play anything rash. He was cleanly stroking the ball. He was scoring fours, and when even his sixes were just clean strokes, like it just makes like for me, like I just enjoyed watching this game. It's still getting so close. I think what have you made of this game? 40 of 33. Whose game is it, bro? From here,
I think it's the CSK only. I don't see. I mean, when you have guys like Rachinder, I think you can finish up the job. Against CSK, I think the batting has been poor anyways. I think I told this before also. I just don't see any real batsmen in that team apart from the top two. I'm surprised Tripathi even played today as an opener. Again, bro, for me, Tripathi, from what I've seen past 2 years, overall, can't sit and say he is an above average batsman, at the best an average batsman who had some shine, in the COVID days, but apart from that, not really any consistency. And then you look at Dubey; he's a very streaky player. He's very hot and cold. Like you don't know what you get from him. Sometimes he's very good. Sometimes he just doesn't even turn on in a T20 game like that. So that's the point. Like I feel like they should have tried to get in Conway somewhere instead of Curran, in my opinion, because you just get that extra top order batsman there. Because guys like Deepak Hooda and all, bro, they're like yesterday's news. I think you have to try to find some solution in their batting order. Again, when it comes to Conway, also I can be very critical, saying yeah, he hasn't played much for New Zealand. He's been dropped from them by them also. But if I want to talk about quality, at least Conway has done a lot in the IPL before. So in that sense, I think I'm very confused with CSK's batting lineup overall. It's pretty odd. I don't think they have the right balance throughout their batting order. Like, you get what Tripathi coming opening today, then Gaikwad. I think if Gaikwad just opened with Rachin Ravindra, they might have had a stronger start in the beginning. And then if Tripathi came at number three, maybe less pressure would have been there for him to start off playing. Again, it was a stupid shot, but still. And actually, I feel like it's too harsh on the Mumbai batsmen. Apart from Rohit Sharma, I think they were fine. Like, I think Rickleton got unlucky. Like, I can't. It's just an unlucky shot. Like that inside edge. Like, you can't do much about it at times. Like sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it just doesn't. Like it can happen to the best batsman also. And apart from that, even Sky, bro, like I think he settled in. It was a tough ask because like you're already 2 wickets, 3 wickets down. You have pressure. You can't just go and start slogging. Like it's more difficult when you're 3 wickets down versus like in the afternoon game when you're an opener and it's a flat track and you can just swing the ball. Like it's actually a very difficult task. I think in the middle overs they were good, and then again, bro, you can't really be harsh on guys like Robin Mins. Like I don't even, I don't think like he would have been there ideally if someone like Hardik Pandya was would have been available today. So again, overall, I think they did a fine job, like reaching 156 from where they were. I was surprised. I thought at a point of time 130 is what they're gonna, score. And at the end of the day, reaching 150, and it looks pretty difficult. Even CSK, the batsman, I don't know if it's the quality or if it's just how slow and sticky the wicket is. Like the way Gaikwad got out, the way Dubey got out, even though they put a lot of power in the shot, they were not able to clear it. It's just not coming out of the bat, and it's not looking easy. But like Will Jacks is bowling pretty decent in this pitch. I think it's a very tough pitch. That shows like it's a tough pitch to bat on, and just like feel like I just feel like it's a very 50-50 game. But I think because Rachin is there, I would back CSK for now.
No, I think like you have to be a little critical. I would say of like people like Will Jacks, like the way he got out again inside the circle, caught inside the circle. That just means that you haven't timed the ball.
Yeah,
And
but that's
again,
my thing. I feel like with the English batsmen, I've always said like they struggle with spin anyways, and I don't think that's an excuse to be honest. But it's like I didn't expect more. Like I watched him play for RCB last year, and he had the same struggles, which I didn't really rate a lot. Like that's why I was like, okay, if you're going to play, tough conditions like CSK, like maybe Rajasthan, let's say, I don't expect much from the English players generally because I've not seen any English player just play spin well. I think traditionally they've always been poor. I think only to an extent Liam Livingstone is the only guy who's ever impressed me. But seriously, bro, like that's the thing. Even last year, I was not surprised with Will Jacks. I remember him like mistiming a lot of spin shots last year also. So it's like, yeah, I guess like I don't know.
yeah,
Like you can be harsh, but to be fair, like you
I,
can't
I
expect.
again like I wouldn't be too harsh on somebody like Robin Mins as well because I think bro like first game coming and batting in a wicket like this, and Noor Ahmed, I think the only guy who genuinely I feel like got out to a really good ball was Tilak Verma. That proper googly from a left
Yeah,
arm, caught on the crease. Like you can't really do much on that about that on this kind of a wicket. But yeah, otherwise 33 of 25, 32 of 25, Rishi. What are we saying, bro? This is it's turning out to be quite close, bro. And the way Surya is like genuinely like the way I think he approached bowling Vignesh, even when it looked like the run rate was like in favor of CSK, it was less than six. He still
It was,
went
yeah, it was at a point less than 6.
and I love the confidence that he showed. Always gave him a slip to the lefties, which was very encouraging, like for any spinner, and gave him a lot of confidence, bro. Like,
Yeah.
do you see like something similar from Hardik Pandya as well if he
Even
comes in?
even Harsha Bhogle was saying like no matter like even at that point like when he got the first or second wicket it was not like it was a game changing point at that point because these guys were cruising and
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Sky like the minute the catch was taken or whatever it was he went and put his arms around he made him feel welcome he made him feel like he was part of the team like that these small gestures make a big difference like for someone like Vignesh Pudhar he has not even played first class he's not even made his first class debut so for him to come in a high pressure
yeah.
game like this,
That's
in a
true.
tough situation, it's like yeah, like it's not like we are in a commanding position. So the complete set of cards are playing against him. So for him to come
Bro,
in and make him feel welcome is a good thing.
it's a
And
time. It's time out. Also, want to ask you another thing.
Mhm.
What's the deal with Rohit Sharma not fielding? Not
I
not
mean,
good
bro,
enough to
I don't
field
know. I
or
thought
Last
he
year
was
also he
supposed to
didn't,
be a very
bro.
fit. I thought he was supposed to be a very fit fielder who can be very
that's
quick
true.
and in
That's
the
true.
outfield. I don't know how the Mumbai analytics team, the Mumbai fitness team, looked past all that.
I
Yeah,
mean, it's fitness and fielding is two different things, right? Like when he has a feel for India, he still does it. You can't do anything. If you're kicking him out of captaincy and then kick him out of the field, maybe like it's a political thing. Who knows? Do you know what is happening?
Kicking him out of fielding, no, he's a pretty unfit player. You need to run fast. He's not able to do that, so he's just sitting out. It's not. It's not.
Bro,
It's
last
not.
year Sky used to be an impact player. So are you saying Sky is unfit?
Sorry, what?
Last year Sky was the impact player. Was
No,
it?
there
Do
would
you
have
think
been a lot more controversy
last year
if Rohit
Rajat
Sharma was
Pandya
sidelined
was the
altogether.
impact player for RCB? So are we calling him an unfit player now? All of a sudden.
No, the difference is if Rohit Sharma was removed from captaincy in the first year and removed from the field altogether, the uproar would have been a lot more negative because, like,
No, but
Hardik Pandya got a
we
lot of
don't know
stick
why.
as it is. So maybe
Point is, we
we
don't
were
know why,
just
right? Like,
eventually phasing him out.
interesting.
It's not like Rohit Sharma is like fit as a fiddle and we're still making him sit out. Like, yeah, the guy is quite round, so I'm not
Bro, you
really
guys
surprised
had
that.
Piyush Chawla fielding last year. So again, it is more than just you never know what is
But
happening behind.
I'm fairly sure Piyush Chawla is a much fitter player than
no,
Rohit
it's
Sharma.
crazy.
By
Somewhere I
with
was
all
watching
due respect,
when you're on Piyush Chawla, I was watching a reel. Okay, and some dude, I think he's one of the pundits for ESPN Cricket for this year. Okay, and then some dude sent a comment and saying Piyush Chawla is still younger than Virat Kohli.
Yeah, he
It's like,
is.
yeah.
bro, that's
He's
crazy
like what
and
34 or something.
that's insane. Like it's quite something. I was watching Irfan
Has
Pathan.
Piyush Chawla
I,
not
I
been like? Has no one picked up Piyush Chawla?
I don't think so. Yeah,
I
no, of
don't I
course
don't
he's
think so.
doing
I think then this will
punditry.
be the first season of IPL he's missing or something. Because I'm fairly sure till last season he's been playing every year. Damn.
And I was thinking, I was watching Irfan Pathan also, and Irfan Pathan is not like some 45,
Bro,
50.
the 34, bro.
Irfan Pathan is 39
No,
or
no, no,
40
no.
or something
No,
like that.
Yusuf is like 38 or something, if I'm not wrong.
This was younger, but Irfan Pathan is 40. Like, he's not that
No,
old.
it's
I don't know.
39, I'm sorry, actually.
But it almost feels like he hasn't played for ages, Irfan Pathan.
He
Like, I'm like,
hasn't.
bro,
He hasn't played for
oh,
Yes.
easily 10 years, 12 years.
Also,
I'm
Yusuf
like,
Pathan is the
oh,
older brother. Irfan Pathan is the younger
oh,
brother.
sorry. Oh,
Younger.
maybe. Oh, my bad. But Irfan Pathan, very weird when you think of it that he hasn't played that much.
Injuries, bro, injuries.
But crazy. Trent Bolt back into the attack for Mumbai. Um, Interesting, bro. Interesting. I thought they might just go another over of spin.
Another over spin, yeah.
Streaky Ravindra. One to mid wicket. 30 of 23. Ah, this is getting spicy. If Bumrah was there for this game, it would have been a lot more spicy. But here we are. You guys see Dhoni coming in for this for the last few? Dude, you know one thing. Would you guys either of you feel like
Brother, that
okay, but
stumping, my days, that stumping
okay,
is
yeah,
quite
stumping
some
all great.
stumping.
Any keeper should have stumped him there, but it was a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
stumping.
Any
It was a
keeper
good
should have
stumping. It
stumped
was a
him,
really
but
good stumping.
0.12 seconds reaction
Yeah, yeah,
time is just thala things,
it was
man.
a
Your
really good
boy
stumping.
Dinesh Karthik lost us games last year because of keeping.
No, but my what I want to ask
Four.
is in these kind of situations, like where it is getting a little like okay, you need to manage the game, you need to understand what the team needs. Is it not like kind of these games perfect for Dhoni to come in and take charge and like do you not see him like coming out at all to take charge of games anymore or like what's the deal?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll come next.
I mean, oh, no, obviously, like there is nobody left. I'm saying when it was like three down or something, and like Vignesh Puttur was bowling well, or when it was four down, was it not the right time for him to come and sort of like stabilize the ship and see it home when he knows the
At
conditions?
at,
He's played
at
here for
four
20
down,
years
to
almost.
be honest, the wickets that fell are not Mumbai Indians bowling exceptionally well. I felt a lot of the wickets CSK lost were them going out of the way to try
Yeah, so
and.
that is exactly what I'm saying. So in that, when like he's a guy who has played here for so long, he understands the need of the team. Is it not the right time for him to come in these kind of games and say, you know what, let me take the team home because I know I've played here
Not
for 20 years.
not really. It's not like these guys are all I don't think there's anyone who hasn't come out, like who hasn't played that much of cricket. All these guys are fairly experienced cricketers. So for them to like not play responsibly, that doesn't mean Dhoni should come out earlier and play. Like, why should he come out at 3 down and play?
See,
Like,
I'm just
just
see
because just
for
because the others
example,
are playing streaky shots and losing their wicket.
for
Yeah, bro.
example,
So he's trying to say that main players will come and help the team, bro. So that's what he's trying to question.
yeah,
Like,
like
don't the main players
imagine,
come?
See,
The most important player.
see, for example, a Deepak Hooda who has never played here before, right? He came in at 5. Would it not have been one of those games where you could have expected Dhoni to come in at 5, run out chance?
no, even at that point, it was 6 and over. Would you not expect a 3 down batter to come and rotate strike and keep the run rate
No,
going? It's
my
not. It's
point
not a
is
tough
okay,
ask.
Rishi, if you were a CSK fan,
Hmm.
which is the safer bet? Deepak Hooda coming in at 5 or Dhoni coming in at 5 in
I
these
would much
situations?
rather have Deepak Hooda go in when he went in and Dhoni like much later. Now, if the run rate goes much further, I would rather have Dhoni come in. Or now, if say it goes to like 23 of 3 overs, I'd much rather have Dhoni come in then than Deepak Hooda come in then.
No, but the point is Dhoni being the player that he is, you expect him
Hmm.
to see it home. You don't expect Dhoni to come out and then need Deepak Hooda to come out with it being 30 of 3 overs or whatever, right? Like you expect
Dhoni
from
can't bat from
from
both the ends, Rahul.
Rishi when it's 60 of 60, him and the other end, Ravindra is batting well. Like he's batting sensibly enough. Not well, but
Okay.
he's batting sensibly enough. Would it
Okay.
not be a safer bet to have Dhoni and have these two finish the game over having Deepak Hooda come in, potentially lose his wicket because he's never played in Chennai? You know, like it's not the easiest to come in and just start batting here. Would it not be way more sensible to have Dhoni up there?
Not really. I would rather have the experienced player come in much later. If that is
Huh?
if a bunch if a, oh 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 if an
Are
experienced
you
batter
saying
is
you would
there,
rather have the best players come later than the beginning?
yeah, if it gets to that point, if ideally it shouldn't even be coming to the last 2 overs or last 1 over.
Yeah. So
These guys
the
would
point is, if
these guys
Dhoni
the
was
way they were
batting, he
batting,
wouldn't come to that.
they should have finished it much earlier. So
Exactly.
if it takes to that point, then you can have someone like Dhoni come in and do the rescue job if needed. Otherwise, it shouldn't even be
So
coming
once
till that
again,
point.
But the
Rishi,
whole
that
point
means
is, if you have your best batsman in the top order, they will finish it,
He's
right? If
not the
Dhoni is
best batsman
coming,
in the top order.
huh?
He's not the best batsman in the top order.
No, after like whatever number 3, number 4, instead of Deepak Hooda, if you get your best batsman out there, who's the next best batsman? If you want to say it's Dhoni, you put your
I'm
most
not saying it's
experienced player.
Dhoni.
Then
I still don't think Dhoni's the probably after the openers. Also, I don't think Dhoni's the best batsman in that
no,
so
in
after the
who's
that
top
entire
order,
the
is
lineup.
he not the best like to come out after the top order is gone out of the rest? No, I'm
Again,
genuinely asking because I
you know
also want to know.
in this situation, I wouldn't because
Okay, Rishi,
now, huh?
in what situation would you have Dhoni come out at say number 5 or number 6? When would that happen?
Now if it comes down to 21 needed in 2 overs, I'd much rather have Dhoni come in then. Now assume Dhoni had come in much earlier. Say a 60 of need is needed of 60, and he gets it down to say 30 is needed of 30. Okay, and then he gets out. And now Mumbai, all it takes is for them is 2 overs. If they control it, it comes down to 20 needed in 2 overs. And then who's coming in? Deepak Hooda. I'd
Rishi,
much rather have Deepak Hooda go in earlier.
if he gets out, that means there's something has gone wrong. My point is he shouldn't be getting out because he knows the conditions well. He has the experience. He's whatever 49, 50 something that his age is. I don't know what it is. But like yeah, whatever. He's played for
So
some
I
30, 40
so
years.
that if
He's
that's the
got to
case,
play.
Rachin Ravindra and Ruturaj Gaikwad shouldn't be getting out either. I can make the same cases for them. Why are
Rishi,
they getting out?
but Ruturaj
the,
Gaikwad
the
has done
point
his
is
job.
your best batsman have to come in the top order to play, right? Like the whole point
Correct.
is
So they have to
your
get the
best
job
batsman
done as
come
well.
Over
6,
six.
6. That's done. The game
That's
over.
unlucky. That's
Full
40 or
toss.
15.
Oh, Rachin's is too generational, bro, for this.
But no, the point is with Ravindra, like at the crease, it
Hmm.
would have made so much more sense for Dhoni to come out. Like actually, jokes aside, like that you come out and like see the game through. When will we ever have Dhoni batting at 5 or 6 like for the team? Now today, this could have got really like stuck, right? When whatever Jadeja came in, if they got another wicket there, you can't lose one more wicket. So you're really stuck. You would have much rather had Dhoni come in and like get seen the game through rather than having him come out when it's 30 or 20 or 14 or 20 or 13 or whatever and the game is stuck. Like it's not going to be easy from there on.
again, that's what my point of view is. I would much like I said, I would much rather expect someone like Deepak Hooda who when the pressure is not as much on him. Like at that point, it's still what 55 needed or 50. Okay, like which is a more slightly higher pressure situation, a 50 or 55 needed or 50, or say a 24 needed in 14 or
That's
13.
exactly what I'm saying. With Dhoni coming in ahead, it should not
Hmm.
get to 20 or
The
14.
point is it gets mitigated. Like you have a lesser
Yeah.
chance of becoming 20 or 14, right?
No,
The
like
reason like
again,
this
you guys
game
also
has
mentioned that
become
this
this.
pitch is not exactly the easiest to bat on, so
Rishi, but the
it
whole
doesn't even
point
take,
is,
like
but the whole
Dhoni
point
might
is to
not
put
even
the
go and play a streaky shot. Like, what if by chance now he loses that wicket? I would again, I don't trust Jadeja to come in and finish clutch games or clutch moments as consistently. Like, okay, maybe he can do it here and there, but then again, consistently. So for a 20 needed in 2 overs, I'd still back Dhoni to do that over say a Jadeja or a Deepak Hooda. That is why in for that role, if it comes to that, I would much rather have him there over anything else. Because if the roles are reversed, I would expect Deepak Hooda to come in and rotate strike better than Dhoni. Because now, if oh yeah, the game is done. Yeah,
Six.
because
Ravindra finishes it
simply
off.
because you flip the roles, I feel Dhoni, whatever Dhoni can offer, I don't think Deepak Hooda can offer. That's it.
Mm, okay. Uh, Fair enough, I guess. I don't know, but again, like this is me saying it also from a perspective of I don't know if Dhoni is the same finisher he was. I genuinely don't know because I haven't seen Dhoni finish a game like in a chase. Did he finish? Do you remember any game off the top of your head last year that he finished off in a chase? I don't think so.
he finished what? He finished off India, no, in the World Cup semifinals.
He
Yeah.
did finish. He did finish
Huh?
some fixture. He
I
finished. I
don't
don't
know. No,
remember
I
what.
genuinely don't think he's finished
I'm
any game
kidding.
last
I'm
year.
kidding. I don't remember
I
recently.
don't think even in the
When?
last 2 years, I don't remember Dhoni coming and finishing a game because, bro, the point is these kind of game when you know like if he's not the same finisher, I don't know if that is the case, but if he's not the same or whatever, these are the situations where like a senior player is needed, bro. Like I genuinely like. I'm not even joking. Like if Rahul Dravid, for example, was in like this team, I would have him coming and playing these kind of games. Like
I
where
saw Rahul Dravid's team what he did earlier.
brother, player versus team, what you're comparing? I'm saying like I'm
Rahul
genuinely.
Dravid in a T20 game, you would rather have him play. Oh, damn.
I would if I'm saying if
I'm
you.
seeing Travis Head
I
score
don't think
100 in power play, then my Dravid's gonna come play some defense academy
I'm
cricket.
I'm not, I'm not saying they should be playing a T20 game, but I'm saying if I had somebody like that, which actually happened at RR towards the latter stages where he started batting like at 6 at 7, even did that for RCB in 2010, where he batted at 6 and 7, and when the team needed him to play that kind of knock was required, he came in and played. He batted ahead of like your Robin Uthappas, Virat Kohli's, and all of these guys. And I think it's a similar situation for Dhoni, bro. Like where he has to come in, he has to bat and help these guys out when, especially in these kind of situations. But yeah, we'll 4 of 11, Rishi. It's games done. What do you see, Mumbai? What do you see differently from Mumbai in the next game? Obviously, you won't have
I
Bumrah
mean,
again.
for
But
one, Hardik Pandya will be back, and in a couple of games, even Bumrah should be back. And assuming these are not that turning pitches, we should be okay. But yeah, I'm still not convinced of batsmen like Rickleton and Will Jacks. And if Surya Kumar Yadav is also not in form, it's very concerning because it's not like I have much expectations from Rohit to begin with. Like I don't that train has already left the station. I don't know why we paid that much of an amount for him. Like if people are like, yeah, it's a free hit. Like nobody pays 16 or 18 crores for a free hit batter who's coming in and like, okay, if he scores, he scores. Like that's not the kind of money you pay for such a batter. So there's a lot of holes in that batting department, and I don't know where these runs are going to come at a steady state. So once, yeah, that's the thing. Once why Bumrah and Pandya are back, it should stabilize a little bit more. But runs are a major concern for me.
mm, it's an interesting. Oh, run out, run out, run out. Jadeja's gone. Dhoni has to come in now, Rishi. The game has forced him to come in, bro.
Brother Khalil Ahmed will come out now.
Bro, I wouldn't even be surprised if Khalil Ahmed comes out. I'm serious.
Bro, it's 4 of 9, bro. It's
Four
time.
away. Bro. Now, bro, they're celebrating.
No, wait, Ashwin is there. Ashwin will come, buddy.
Oh my god, he's going to send Ashwin ahead of him, bro. That's true. Oh,
No, 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 no.
Dhoni's
You can't.
coming up. Dhoni's coming up.
Oh,
They're
the
celebrating a
king is
wicket, bro.
back.
This is the
The king
weirdest
is
vibe.
here.
My God, bro. Oh my God. Bro, I've never seen like a team celebrate its own wickets. Like I think Chennai is the only team that does it. And it's so
Not
good.
really, not really. Every time RCB used to lose a wicket when Virat was coming one down, also the hype was there. It's just to
We
see
Nothing.
your
never used to
favorite bat.
Nobody.
celebrate
Sorry,
wickets.
I'm
We
sorry.
we
Nobody
would not
cheered for.
celebrate wickets, bro. We never
Nobody
did
didn't
that. I don't
celebrate
remember.
wickets. Yeah,
Okay,
bro.
the
Oh
whole
my God.
stadium, the minute the wicket fell and
Bro,
Virat
bro,
Kohli
wait, Rishi,
opened
when
the
did
crease.
Virat open? When did he play one down? You tell
One
me.
down,
You
I
know when
don't
he
even
was playing
remember
one
when he
down.
played. Yeah, he played
Yeah,
9 years, 11,
yeah.
20 years
Some
back. He
nine,
used
ten
to
years
play one
ago
down.
when he never played one down for RCB.
Yeah. Bro, he opened with Gale. Okay, he opened with.
Exactly.
After that, he's been opening only.
Sure.
Except for the one phase in the middle. But
Damn, bro.
bro, come on. You know this is too much. Like them celebrating. Hey, bro, this guy got out. Who was it in the middle? To Vignesh. I think Deepak Hooda. They said people celebrating.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. I
Yeah,
remember. I know. I sent that picture, right? Yeah.
yeah. He
I
sent the
think
picture. I was like,
it
bro,
was some Deepak Hooda or someone, if I'm not
that
wrong.
is Deepak
Oi,
Hooda
okay.
only, bro. Like it was so.
Out. That's crazy.
That is actually crazy. I can't believe people celebrated like your own team's wickets. But Dhoni is in. Rishi, are you feeling stressed? Imagine he gets out now, bro.
Nah. I mean, I hope he gets out now.
Bro, Rishi, who do you support in these situations, bro? Who do you want to succeed here?
Of course, I want, bro. I mean, as much as I'm a Dhoni fan, of course, I take this. I take any sort of win that Mumbai gets. So, if we can walk away from a win here in this pitch, I'd definitely take that, no matter what.
You're a
If
Mumbai
Dhoni can
fan.
run out, if Dhoni can run Rachin Ravindra and three more others out, I'll be even more thankful.
For a wait, bro. I mean, it's of course going to be extremely
Shit,
hard. And
this should have
now,
happened. This should have happened in the previous over.
oh my God, bro! I can just see what is going to happen. He's going to hit this for 4 or 6 or something. Off spinners bowling. Now over next 2 weeks, this we won't
Yeah,
stop seeing
you guys
bowling.
wanted Dhoni to finish now.
For a
You
wait,
guys wanted Dhoni to finish
This is
his
not
run.
finishing, bro.
you're
This
not
is called
finishing
stat
anything, bro.
padding.
If we
Mm.
for a wait, if you can't finish a little bit, Deepak
Bro,
Chahar.
what's the issue with Deepak Chai, bro? Why does he
Bro,
hate
that is
Chennai?
so funny because Deepak Chahar has this full cold thing has been happening. Um,
Defense.
Look
bro,
at
he's
that.
taking to
My
the last
guy's
over.
taking his time.
Bro, take a single next 6 balls.
Bro, I said take a single, bro. Come on.
Single, bro, he's going to take a
Please. For
single.
the
He
vibes.
took, he took, he
Single!
took.
Dot ball, bro,
Oh,
dot ball,
Oh
dot ball. Pressure's
no!
on, buddy.
bro. Bro, unfortunately, Rachin's serious enough to finish it next over, bro.
Bro, who's there? Who has an over left? Please
I
tell
think
me
it's
that
Bolt.
Bolt has. Okay, Bolt
CSK,
has.
CSK struggling to finish 156.
Bro, actually, just toss the ball to Deepak Chahar. Let hatred. Let him
But yeah,
channel his hatred.
so the funda, I don't know what the problem is, but I think I don't know when Deepak Chahar, I think he's first of all disappointed that they didn't keep him, and some beef happened like in one game between Dhoni and CSK. Chahar something he wanted to bowl a knuckle. He said don't bowl knuckle balls, and he kept bowling them or something. And even he was asked about it. He was asked about it, Deepak Chahar. Have you spoken to Dhoni? He's like, no, since that last game against RCB, I haven't spoken to him at all. And I was like, bro, that's interesting. Like, what is going on? So, and bro, he's aggressive, bro. Even when he was batting, when he hit those sixes, he was
Yeah, he
stomping
was
the air.
going. He
I was
was.
like,
Bro,
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 that
come on,
batting
bro.
performance was driven by sheer hate. It was
How
nothing
can you do
else.
that to the team that... Oh, it's Anto.
Santner, bro, left arm
Oh
spin.
my days,
Bro,
Sky just.
he's hoping there's a single here and Dhoni's on strike, bro. There's no way, no other reason he's gone to Santner, bro. Like,
Bro, I don't think Rachin's gonna risk taking a single,
bro,
bro.
Rachin single,
Rachin,
please,
man.
Rachin single.
Bro, he's gonna
Six.
come down the line. He's gonna come down
Oh,
the line.
Put six.
Are you?
shoot,
Bro,
bro.
you can't ball a lefty to a lefty, bro. What
Yeah,
is
bro.
this?
I think they were just hopeful that okay, he'll knock a
You
single
could
and
have given it to Bolt. Like, you could have... Why are they standing and speaking this?
Bro,
Done,
this is
brother.
like. Look at that. Dhoni's giving advice to Rat. My God, my
He's
leader.
asking tips,
He,
brother. He's asking
bro,
tips, not giving
Dhoni's
advice.
teaching. He was like, yeah, you did what I told you. My guy. Wow.
crazy. I can't
Oh,
believe
look
that.
at that. Deepak Chahar is going to Dhoni.
Too good, too good. It was a good, good, good
Bro,
game.
this is
I'm,
like
I'm
one
happy
of that.
Mumbai made a game out of this. It was
Damn,
actually
Bro,
bro.
who did you got that RCB game? Ashish Nehra kept doing this. For whom was that? Pawan
Pawan
Negi.
Negi, Pawan Negi.
Yeah, this is giving me that kind of vibes.
Yeah, good, good, good
Sunil
game.
Narayan, I think it was.
No, yeah, it was Ashish Nehra was
Well done,
asking
bro.
Virat to give it to a
Oh,
spinner.
I thought you were doing Sunil Narayan bowling action.
No,
That's
no,
why.
no, no. But
Sunil
bro,
Narayan, Varun Chakravarti.
let's just quickly talk afternoon game also. RR Sunrisers.
Yes, Rahul Dravid's team. Let's talk about it.
Bro, the fielding was shocking, bro. I can't believe the
The
fielding.
team itself was shocking now. That's fine.
No, the
Yeah,
bowling
I
is
can't,
obviously
bro.
bowling is
Like, I
not good.
can't lie. Like,
Bowling is
okay,
not good, bro. Tushar
like
Deshpande was not bad. I think
Dhruv
Ashwin
Jurel
was
and
shocking.
Sanju Samson played well. Okay, like
Yeah,
fair
yeah.
enough. They played a really good innings, but you take them out, the other Indian batting, like including Yashasvi Jaiswal, because I don't consider Yashasvi Jaiswal yet to be a top T20 batter. I still feel okay if he can bat at like the longer format is his better format, and I wouldn't be like okay even if he performs poorly in T20, I wouldn't hold it against him. That being said, I'm not convinced of this RR batting lineup at all. Like especially considering they let go of someone like Josh Butler, their only foreign batter is Shimran Hetmeyer. That is kind of that is kind of concerning for me.
Bro,
What do you guys think? It's still
I genuinely think they'll be fine batting. I don't think they'll be extremely like troubled because Jaiswal will come good in the power play. He'll score runs. Samson will score runs. Who else is there, bro? Dhruv Jalal, Riyan Parag.
Samson. What a player! What a
Dhruv Jalal,
captain, leader,
Riyan
legend.
Parag. The only question marks are over Nitish Rana. He didn't look good today on a belter of a wicket, and
Stop.
he hasn't.
Some
Yeah,
Riyan
so
Parag.
Riyan Parag will be fine. I genuinely think he'll have a decent season. But I think the problem is the bowling, bro. Jofra Archer was not good today. They need another spinner. That was, bro.
Bro, Mumbai
I
was
think,
so close to buying him, bro. It's just
bro,
so
I think,
unfortunate.
bro.
Bro,
Genuinely,
bro, even today we were so close to buying Noor Ahmed, and to watch him come and take wickets against us was so sad.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
This is what
sorry.
happens when
No,
you
but
pay 16 crores to every player. You
bro,
retain.
today I genuinely feel like the difference between the two teams was the spinners in the sense that there was a little bit of turn. Even when Tikshana was bowling, he was the best out of the. I felt like he was the most effective. He bowled a couple of no balls which didn't help him, which made him go for like an economy of over 10. Otherwise, he would have been less than 10. You could see when Abhishek Sharma came on, there was a lot of turn. Same with
Hmm.
Zampa, like it was gripping. It was a little dry the wicket, so like there was a little turn, and
Bro,
they didn't have that other spinner, bro. They had Nitish Rana. Like I think that's where they lost the game, and that fielding was so bad. It was not a 289 game, bro. It was 250 max. I think they genuinely leaked. Like fielding was terrible, bro. Terrible. At least 2 3 catches they could have taken, which they
Two, three
didn't.
catches and their misfields, like
Misfields,
Jaiswal
bro.
let one through their
Everything.
legs, and even like the 50-50s, they weren't even 100%
It was
committing. They
it
weren't.
was not good, bro. And
Yeah,
Archer's body
backing off.
language, I don't genuinely don't like. Like I don't know what he thinks he's like he's some god here. I think they lost the game there. I don't think it was a 289. They shouldn't have scored 289, 250 max. They had a couple of chances early on. They didn't take their catches in the outfield. And batting is fine. I think batting they'll be okay. Like RR. Of course, it's not an IPL winning team, or I don't even think it's a top four team. But it is what it is.
why, bro? Why didn't Rahul Dravid build a team that's been in the playoffs for the past 3 seasons continuously? If I'm not wrong,
Yeah, I
how are you
think
going from
I
how
think
are
the
you going
thing
from
I think
one
the
of the
thing
top
with
teams to suddenly?
I
Wait, do
think
you
the
guys
thing
think
with him is
Rahul Dravid had a say in this year's auctions and
Yes, brother, he
retaining
has to say in
strategy?
everything. Like
So if that's the case, like you look at the players they let go, it's one is
Hmm.
Josh Butler, one is Trent Bolt, one is Ashwin, one is Yuzvendra Chahal. Two of, or I'd say three of whom would have come clutch in today's game. Like say Josh Butler, Yuzi Chahal, or even Ashwin. Like at least one of the two spinners would have come clutch, and of course someone with a caliber like Josh Butler would have definitely come clutch. Like the kind of players they've released and the kind of players they've retained, I don't know, it just doesn't
yeah, it's
make
shocking,
sense.
bro. Like it doesn't make sense at all. Like I mean, understandably for them, they wanted to go young. Okay, makes sense. But then you're losing, bro. It's like you're retaining Riyan Parag versus Butler. It's like, I don't know what to say. It's like saying you're retaining KL Rahul over someone like Virat Kohli. It's like somewhat equivalent to that when, for example, when RCB you had to retain in 2016, 2017. For example, KL was at the rise that time, but you couldn't retain all of them. But it was like you're leaving out Virat for like a KL out, for example, if you want to put it something similar to that.
No,
Like
like, I agree. Like I don't think it's the strongest team, and they haven't done well. Of course, picking the strongest team, but I just feel like again with I have a
but
probably
who
a
is to blame, Rahul? That's the question we're trying to ask. Who do you think this blame should go towards?
of course the management. I think Rahul Dravid is a part of it
Who?
in the sense that,
Oh,
and it's not a
oh.
I'm agreeing because for me like I think the thing with Rahul Dravid is if you've seen like the when he was with RR, if you look at those teams, it was a team that was filled with what I don't know
Nothing,
why
nothing
you're
good.
laughing, but I'm just saying like when he was with RR, even in like as a coach I'm talking and even as a player they went with players, the foreigners actually that are not that popular. Like they went with like lesser known foreign names who were kind of effective and did the job for them. And even Indians, they went very young. Like, and it's been a constant theme under him that if it happens, if they go down the Rahul Dravid route, he will go a little young with the Indian talent and he will choose to
Like
go
13
for
years old young, you're saying. You mean.
yeah, 13 years old young, and we will go for foreigners who are not those. If you, I remember like one of even like this RR side, I think they made it to the semis, fourth, fifth. Uh, they had Kevin Cooper, James Faulkner when Faulkner was not playing for Australia. I'm talking. Uh, Shane Watson was the only recognized like big name player in that team, like in terms of foreigners.
But
Otherwise,
that was like Shane Warne era, right? Watson. It
no,
was not
no,
even
no,
like
no.
No, no,
Watson
no, no,
was
no, no.
not. No, no. This is after that.
Watson was under Shane Warne,
No,
brother.
no.
What are you
Watson
saying?
came in after
Please.
Dravid played a couple of years, and
No,
then
Rahul. Shane Warne was, but Shane Warne was the coach at that time, at a point of time, if I'm not
Shane
wrong. And he was
Wa-
a,
when
bro,
Rahul Dravid, when
I'm
Rahul Dravid,
200% sure
I
Shane Watson played from the
when
beginning
James
for RR.
Faulkner, Kevin Cooper, all these guys played together. It was 2013, 14. That is the era this was. And then what happened was even with the Indian team, Indian core, they were very like youngster. That is, you if you remember, like you go back to a very young Sanju Samson, Deepak Hooda had come into the team again very young, but he was very good at that time for RR. That is something that we generally seen like from under Dravid, like, and it's a common thing,
No,
and
Shane
he never
Watson's first
goes.
team was RR. Yeah, I'm right. You
I'm
used
not
to see.
saying he didn't play for RR. I'm saying I'm talking about the team under Dravid. Dravid did not was not at RR for the first 3 years. I'm
That's
talking
my
about when
point.
he
Like
came in.
Shane Watson was a Shane Warne era player, so it was like continued with him. It was not like he got him or he.
No, but my point is the team revolved around one solid like big name foreigner, which was Shane Watson in that even during Dravid's time. It was just Watson. There was nobody else. After
Yeah,
Dravid
but
came,
again, Watson was
and
not like a buy from your.
that is regardless. That doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. The whole philosophy I think for him is that you have one or two big name players. Other than that, the rest of the team will be like these more lesser known guys who he wants to work the team around, and that has been a constant theme. Even if you go back to RR of that time, even when he went to Delhi, he did this something very similar, right? Like he went to the not a big, he never picked big superstar players, and that's a common theme. And I think he's done that again, and that's just the way it's going to go if you're going to get Rahul Dravid in. He's
So
not
would
going
you
to.
ever want Rahul
It's
Dravid
all
the coach
fun
of
and
RR?
games till you act till like as long as you are consistently performing, but if you're not doing well, then
No, that's the thing, right? In the past, it has never been a case of, oh my God, this team is getting battered every game or every IPL. They've always
They
competed.
did. If I'm not wrong, didn't
No, they
some
did.
team?
RR
Didn't
were
some team?
consistently underperforming, and then he
Yeah.
left, and then RR like they started playing brilliantly well, and now he's
No,
back. He's
no,
let go
one
of the
thing
big
is, when did
names,
they
the big
underperform?
egos.
When did they underperform? They
When
never,
were they
they were
ever in
never
the
bad.
playoff with
They were
under Dravid?
always, they're
Tell me
always
once.
around the playoffs. They were always around the playoffs when he was there. Then there was the 2 years when he was with Delhi,
So,
and Delhi were
so,
also around the playoffs at
so
that time.
Rahul, are you
Rahul,
telling
so
if
when
RCB was doing the same?
when RR was like when he was there with RR, they were a consistently around playoffs team, and the minute he
Yeah.
left, they became a consistently playoffs team.
You
So
see,
that is an instant upgrade.
I'm not saying that it is the right thing to do. I'm just saying that with the team that he goes for, which generally happens, that he goes for a very young team, this is bound to happen because they don't have the big names. And it's a risk that you are taking as a manager, as like your management group. And it's not something see, honestly, it's not up to me. It is up to the RR owner, right? And if he's saying like he likes the way he Dravid works and he likes the way that he works with the young players, this is not me saying, this is Manoj Badle saying it himself, that he likes what he does. I am no one to question it. I can say, yeah, yeah, like of course as a fan, it's not the best thing to do. You don't want like not to be competing at the very top. But if that is the direction that they want to go, they want to nurture young talent, give players who are not that prominent a chance, then it's fine. Like I can't say anything. Like I'm just going to back the team because I like these young teams. Like and I always did even then. So if that is the case, then that is it is what it is, I guess.
So, would you want him to be the coach of RCB and carry the same philosophy here also if it comes down to it?
No,
Why?
I just
Oh,
told you.
it's fun and games as long as it's not your team. Huh?
So
I am not saying that RR should be going with Rahul Dravid as a coach and like this philosophy. I am just saying that it's the management's call, and if they are okay with it, then I have nothing to question it.
no,
I don't
but don't
want
we question the fact that
I
they're
don't want I
underperforming?
don't
Don't we
want a
question
similar
the fact that they're
I
not
don't
able
want a
to
similar
like?
approach for RCB because RCB needs to win a trophy. We've never won it. On
No,
the
but
other hand, RR who have done it and they want to play, they
RR
want
did
it to
it.
go a certain way.
RR
in
did
the
it in
first
the George
season.
Bush administration era, buddy.
No,
This is
it's a similar thing at the end of the day. Like you
No,
can't say
that is my
RCB and RR are not in a similar position. Like at the end of the day, since the first IPL, you have done nothing to be relevant in the
Rahul, when
IPL. Your
RR
position is
won the
relevant.
IPL, we used to cut out poster or timetable from newspapers to see what game is happening when. That was the era. So
okay. I'm
don't
just
tell me
telling you.
RR has won it, so they don't have to win anymore, or they don't
It's
have to
not
take it as
about they don't
seriously.
have to win. It's about being bold, and they want to be bold with their player picks and with like the whole youngster thing. I'm fine with it. Okay, just to give you some context, even with
Mm-hmm.
under that RR team that was like whatever the 2014-15, right after Dravid stopped playing and he started coaching. In 14, they finished fifth. If you remember, it was that free game against Mumbai Indians that got them out.
Aditya
Okay,
Oh,
Tare game.
very close.
oh,
2015, they finished 2 points below the leader CSK, made it to the playoffs. Okay. And then you, whatever, 16, 17, they weren't
why?
there
What
because of
happened?
16, 17, they weren't there.
Oh, what happened? Why was they not there? What?
It was the fixing thing. It was the fixing
Oh,
scandal.
I forgot. I forgot.
Yeah. So they weren't there 16, 17. And then after 18, 18
CSK
they
and
go,
RR were having some corporate reshuffling, rejig.
yeah, yeah, whatever. 18, they
Branding
made
issues, no?
Yeah,
18 they
branding
made it
issues.
again. 18 they made it to the playoff again, and then after that he wasn't there. He wasn't there with Ara. So even under Dravid, it's not like they haven't done well. They've done pretty well. They made it to three playoffs out of three, or two playoffs out of three, and then one season they didn't make it to the playoffs. It was because that crazy game against Mumbai happened. Like that's a once in a like literally a once in like 10 years kind of
Once in
thing,
a Rahul Dravid coaching era.
I guess. Yeah.
Hmm?
So
Yeah.
it's honestly like to be fair, like it's not even like there's enough to tell you that oh he's not done well. He's actually done pretty well, like as a coach as well. So
No,
it's
but
not
yeah, to be fair, like you can't speak. It's too early into the season. But again, I don't know about doing well or not when you've not really won any trophies in the IPL for the entirety of you being in the IPL. I can say that's been, you've done well. Coming to the playoffs, even we can say RCB have been in the playoffs. I don't just take that as doing well, right? Like I think winning matters, and when you want to create a team, every coach needs to create a team for winning and not just to sit here
so that is
and be
exactly
like,
what
okay,
I'm
let's.
saying. It's that is we are saying that like of course that's what we think like that you want to make a team that wins, but the way Rajasthan Royals works like and like looking at the way Manoj Badle works is that he wants to create an environment where they actually nurture young talent. Like it's not me
But
saying.
to be fair, like I look at the
So if
team for the past 3 years, I don't see anything different from any other team. Like they had superstars like Bolt, Chehel, Ashwin. I don't think they're young players. Hetmaier is not a young player. Butler is
no,
not
but
a
that's
young
what I'm
player.
saying.
Samson's
That's
not
what
a
I'm saying.
young player.
If if he chooses, that's exactly what I'm saying. So if he chooses to go from that to the Rahul Dravid route, this is how it's going to go, and we know it. It's not something new.
No, but my whole point is like
It is
we can't sit
known
and say
fact
that.
that he wants to promote young talent as much as possible.
No, the fact is, I haven't
If
really seen young talents coming out of Rajasthan. If I have to be honestly speaking, like to be fair, like how many have you seen come out of Rajasthan over the past years? It's generally not
Yashasvi
some.
Jaiswal.
Adi Yashasvi
Yeah, but
Jaiswal, who
you get
played
that with
for
every
India, who's an
team. That's my
all-format
whole
player for
point.
India.
No,
Sanju
no, but you're saying,
Samson,
but
we
Samson.
bro,
did not know about.
no, there's a difference between saying like Rajasthan
A
want to become this
40-year-old
youth factory of.
a 40-year-old Praveen Tambe who had never could have probably never made it anywhere.
That is not a
Got came
youngster,
onto the
Rahul.
came. No, but my point is the lesser known players. James Faulkner, who nobody knew about, went on to play for Australia. These guys
But
would
you
have
find
never
that with
gotten a
every
chance.
team. I can literally tell that with every player from every team. Like that's my whole
Okay, so then
point.
say it. But I'm just saying, I'm just telling you, you can't say
So,
that
but I don't
RR
agree
has
with the
not
philosophy of
RR
saying
has not given
Rajasthan
India
have all.
players. Of course, they have Riyan Parag, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Dhruv Jurel. Like that is what more do you
You,
want?
You
given the
guys
series,
remember
I can tell
Russell
you three
Theron?
players from each franchise. That's my whole point. You're picking up very small things. Like I can say, Mumbai
They're
Indians have
not
been more
picking up small things.
greater. Like
Brother,
RCB have done greater
three
things.
out of your five, six Indian players are representing India because they played well for RR. Like,
But
what more do you need?
Rahul, that was not under Dravid era. First of all, that's not under your
My point is,
entire youth revamp era
even if
you're
you go
talking
under
about.
Dravid, Sanju Samson has played for India because he's done so well for RR. Otherwise, he would
Yeah,
not have gotten a look in.
but my whole point is you're telling that. See, the whole point is you're telling RR have a very youth centric team when it's not true. And I can say that same thing for every single franchise that they produce some youth product, some young players. So I don't think that makes sense to say they're a youth centric team because they have guys like Jaiswal and Dhruv Jurel who come in the past 2-3 years. I can say that for every single team when you look at it. Like look at Mumbai, look at GT. They've all had young players, so it's not something new where you're sitting and saying it's a youth centric
So
team.
that is
And that's what
exactly what
that's why I
I'm
alluded to the fact that
one
just
second.
look at last year, bro. Wait, they had Chahal.
I'm telling you, it is youth centric because if you look back at RR, even when Dravid was coach, I'm going back again 14, 15, that time when he started coaching RR, those
We
2 years,
agree. I agree to that. But I'm
I'm not
saying
saying
since
that's what I'm saying.
since no, my whole point is since he left, the team wasn't youth centric, and that's my whole point. And that was the era where they were pretty serious and they could have won the IPL, bro. They went to the finals. They were in the playoffs last year. They
So
were in the
that
playoffs previous year.
I agree with you. I'm not saying that the youth team is going to be the best team, but I'm saying it's a philosophy that they have saying that okay, we want to go this route. Then
But I'm
what
that's
are
my
you going to
point.
say?
Even come to this year, they're not youth centric is my point. Like you look at their team, their foreigners are very old. They're all experienced players. They have no youth, young players. Like you can't say Tikshna doesn't have experience. You can't say Archer doesn't have experience. Like look, Hetmeyer again is a guy who's played a lot of time. Apart from the same players who were young last year, like Jaiswal, like Parag. And to be fair, Parag's been there for a while. It's not like something new. And even guys like Dhruv Jurel, again, yeah, Jurel, like I don't see any other new young talent that's come
No,
this
I
year to say, yeah.
again like what I'm saying is there will be always Indian young talent, which at the end of the Dhruv Jurel, Riyan Parag, Yashasvi Jaiswal, whatever you want to say, they're still very young. Riyan Parag is 23. There was I think he's one of the
No,
youngest
no, no, no.
IPL
But
players ever.
my point is, you're from transition from last season to this season. There hasn't been any new youngsters. They've just
No, no, but
replaced their
I
foreigners with
agree.
different foreigners. That's the whole point.
I
It's not like
agree.
they've replaced with some young foreigner or someone who's up and coming. Like for example, imagine they replaced Butler with like a Bethel or a Fraser Magar. They didn't do that.
No, no, I
They didn't
agree.
replace a Bolt with a young fast bowler. Like they went for Faruqi. They went for Archer. Again, it's the same philosophy,
I
but
agree. Where I'm
different.
saying I don't think it's the best team, but I think looking at what they've done, to me, the reason say they haven't gone say a Bethel for who do you just say Butler, right? Like the reason I feel like they haven't gone that route is because I think he wants to instill that a little more like responsibility in the Indian players like Riyan Parag, to make sure that they do a lot more for the team. That's just what I
But
think
it's
it is.
always been
I
there,
don't
no?
think it's
Like
a good team. I genuinely don't think it's a great team. I don't think it's an IPL winning team at all. Like, and I don't. And if you're an RR fan, of course, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm okay with this. Like, I'm okay with like this approach. I want to see the best players and I want to win the trophy. So that way, of course, I'm not going to be
bro,
like,
but
yeah, it's the
my
best
whole
team.
point
I'm okay
is
with it.
my whole point is again it's you go back to last year, these guys were successful. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to sit and say guys like Jaiswal, Dhruv Jurel, fair enough, but Jaiswal, I think he's have had enough experience to be like, even though you're young, you have enough experience. Like you are a well-seasoned cricketer. Guys like apart from that, okay, now you come to Dravid era to what they had last year. Did they improve on the Indian players? Again, I'm talking about even Indian players right now. They don't have some new young player coming in for them, bro. They have Nitish Rana coming in. Like it's the same thing. It's the same old players you've seen. So it's not like they've replaced their youth centric era from their 2015, 2016 to 2017. No, they didn't get a new young player coming in as number 3 batsman, number 4 batsman. The same old batsman who used to come before. Like you have your same old pacers also who are old. Like your ballers, you still have a Sandeep Sharma. So it is similar to the whatever team that was last year. It's nothing new to be like, yeah. If even if it was a matter of okay, you're going to a young talent, which some team like KKR has actually done throughout history. Like you actually look at KKR, they're the ones who are going very young. even this year they've gone very young with their Indian players. Like if you look at their Indian core, like they have a lot of young players. It's not the same with Rajasthan. You look at Rajasthan young players, apart from those three players which you mentioned who have been there already for Rajasthan, it's the additions who have come into the auction this year are old players. Nitish Rana is an old player. He's played for so long. Archer is an old guy. Like I don't see anything to be like, okay, these guys are going very young. Apart
I
from
think
buying a
again,
13-year-old, which is very risky, I haven't seen anything to sit and
I
say, yeah,
don't.
they're
When I say young, I don't mean like it has to be like some 20-year-old, 19-year-old we have not seen. I think he's also we've seen this time and time again. He also likes to work with these players who are sort of like are losing it, but you want to give them like a pushback like Nitish Rana. I'm not surprised to see Nitish Rana actually at RR because I feel like it's the exact kind of like when I think about like who like say Rahul Dravid would want to go to, I feel like Nitish Rana would be on top of the list. Like somebody who's not done well for the last couple of years, he wants to give like a new life, like give him some new like a sort of kick to try and make the Indian team again. Nitish Rana said it himself that he wants to play for India again. And I feel like it's those kind of players where who are not going to be your superstar players. Except for Jofra Archer in this team.
but that's
There
not
is no
youth centric. Wait,
superstar player. That's what I'm saying.
but that's not youth centric. You look at all the players, the
That's
Indian
what I'm
players
saying.
they've had.
What I mean to say is not youth centric. Even then, that's what I'm going back to the RR 14-15. When I mentioned like
Guys, I
James
feel we're
Faulkner.
deviating a bit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this up. But like when I'm just want to wrap it up by saying that even when that time when they went to James Faulkner or say like
Rusty Theron, the streets won't forget bowler.
yeah, Rusty, whoever like Kevin Cooper, they were not young players. I'm just saying like they were lesser known players who are probably finding their way again. Praveen Tambe, kind of to push these players ahead is something that I've seen him do, and I'm not surprised that they've gone for like Nitish Rana and like these kind of players, or like you're sticking with Sandeep Sharma because I think he likes those kind of players. So that's it. But yeah, we'll move on. RCB quickly wrap it up with this. Um, are we impressed by what we saw?
Rahul, first of all, you boldly claimed one of those. The man of the match was not an RCB vibes player. Would you like to publicly issue an
So
apology for that?
I will publicly say that guys watch all the previous podcasts. When I say he's not an RCB vice player, I meant like oh he's probably not that flamboyant, flary. If you go back, every other podcast, every other show, I said Krunal Pandya is going to be a gun 4 over bowler for RCB. He's going to be that guy who's going to keep it tidy. I genuinely think Kunal Pandya is a brilliant addition. I've said this multiple times. I don't have to say it again. But yeah, I think he's one of the best buys that RCB have had. He brings that perfect
Okay, this
balance.
is something you never told in your life. Last week
I'll
you were
find it.
telling
I'll
Salt is
find
the
it.
best buy
You know
ever.
what? I'll find it.
Now,
I'll find
no,
it for you.
you went
I'll
from
find it for
Salt
you.
being RCB's
I'll
best
find
buy
it for you.
ever
I'll
to
find it for you.
Krunal
I'll
Pandya
find it
being
for
the
you.
best buy
I
ever within 2
consistently
days.
said that Krunal Pandya is going to be a proper 4 over bowler when you guys
No,
were
no,
saying
I
that
agree with
he's
that, but you
not
never
going
said
to
he's the
be.
Guys,
best.
excuse
He's
me.
not going to be. You guys have said he's not. Doesn't even bowl 4 overs. He bowled 3 overs and all. I remember
Excuse me,
having this
me.
conversation. I don't know which one of you, but I said always consistently that he's going to bowl 4 overs. He will bowl 4 overs. He'll bowl one in the power play. I was so sure, and I knew he would bowl one in the power play.
He got smacked for
And
20 runs in the power play,
yeah,
by the way.
on that wicket, obviously, even if everyone
Yeah,
else
so you
got
shouldn't be playing spinners in
Varun
that.
Chakravarti also got hit 20-25 in the power
Rahul,
play.
the whole point is you shouldn't be playing a spinner in that condition. You use a Hazelwood or use a Yash Dayal again.
Why are you telling me like it's not? I'm not making
You
that.
told he'll ball anyways. No,
I'm
that's
not.
the
It's
point.
not in Eden Gardens. When I
Even if
meant
you were the captain, you
bowl
would have balled
Kunal
yesterday.
Pandya in
So
the
what's
power
the
play.
difference?
But anyways, going to yeah RCB quickly. What are we saying about RCB? Impressed by what we saw?
For me, bro, like I have a lot of concerns, bro. Like those first 10 overs, we got lucky, like KK bottled it. But the way we balled the first 10 overs, like if that trend continues, like we have a long season ahead. I think the second half, whatever anyone says, KK threw it away. Like they generally just threw it away. Their batsmen after Rahane and what do you call Rahane and this thing, Narayan, they generally just threw away the match. I think like Raghuvanshi was just it was too much for him. Venki Iyer also couldn't just come out. If Russell got out pretty early, and I think they were all just bad wickets for like the way they got out. And again, for me, the way we balled those first 10 overs, being 100 within the first 10 overs, I know the pitch was pretty easy to bat, but I don't think it was that easy in terms of look at the first 3 overs. Hazelwood balled beautifully. Even Yash Dayal balled his second over
I
beautifully.
think
And
Hazelwood
suddenly
was
the next 3 overs,
brilliant. I
Huh?
think Hazel was really good in that first
Bro,
three
but
overs.
I don't think that was just a flat pitch to be
It
like,
was
yeah, we're going to
flat
like,
as hell, bro. There
bro, are you
was
crazy? Like when
as hell.
the
Bro,
middle overs,
Chepauk was
everyone was
so bad. Brother,
struggling.
he misjudged. He completely missed two balls. Like, it's not like
Ooh.
Chepauk.
No,
QDK.
but my point is, it was a if you're a good bowler, you can get something out of the track. Like today's SRS track was a very flat track. Yesterday was a bit difficult in certain
No, no, it was
positions,
not as flat
certain
as the
times.
SRH track. That I
Exactly,
agree.
that's my
He was
point.
still a
And my
very good
point
batting.
is, no, I feel like if you have a good bowling lineup, you could have done something better. Like I think
No, that is
yesterday
hardly
Boogie
anything
would have
better
helped
than
for sure.
KKR's bowling lineup. And you have said it yourself that it is a very strong bowling lineup.
Who?
You, KKR.
Yeah, Rahul. We at the end of the day, both of us consider the same amount of runs in the first 10 overs. Like you look at it, it was literally the same. There was no difference between RCB and
Yeah, but
this thing. The only difference maker
doesn't
was Hazelwood,
doesn't
which I
matter.
always told was be the difference maker if it was comes down to our bowling lineup, and was a difference maker yesterday. And again, bro, like my fact is, we can look at the win and be like, yeah, we were good. But if I look at it into a deeper context, like the way we batted, like for me, Salt got lucky yesterday. Just my opinion. I think
Lucky
the
in what
only
sense?
problem with, huh?
What do you mean lucky?
Bro, there were three times with the spin where he could have gotten LBW. And my whole point is, if you're just blindly swinging the ball, bat every ball, you will get out sometime. And I don't like that kind of batting approach every match. I want people, like, I like my players to use the brains at times because I've seen him do that continuously, even against India in the T20 ODI, I mean, T20, sorry, the series. The way he used to get out was just blind smashing. Like the ball will come off to the bat, he just smash it sometimes to go to the covers. It's just a catch. And my whole point is, yesterday he got lucky, but there were, in the beginning, in the power play itself, there were three times where he could have gotten out. The way he got out to Varun Chakravarti, hit two, six, and a four before that. And the third ball was so wide, he didn't have to go chasing it. He had got the covers
No, but
inside
in the
also. Like
power play, where was he lucky? I don't remember one time in
Rahul,
which he was lucky.
please go watch back the
Okay,
game. There were three
tell
times.
me. I'll remember. You tell me when, what happened that he got lucky.
I'm not going to sit and explain you ball by ball, but there were three times in the power play.
No,
You
but
can
tell
go
me
back and
one close call for Salt that you felt that it was okay. This was
bro,
close.
the whole point is he got lucky in the sense of the ball didn't pitch in front of the wicket. My whole point is next game, the same continuing. If you continues just swinging the ball, swinging the bat blindly, he can get out. And the point is that becomes very streaky, and I don't like streaky players. That's it. My point is you have to use your brain sometimes. The whole thing is you have to use law of average. But if you've hit already three sixes, two fours, and an over, you don't have to go and smash the third ball, fourth ball. The way that he got out yesterday to Varun Chakravarti was that, and my whole point is you don't have to do that. He did that, and then the next over Devdutt came, bro. When Devdutt came, he started struggling, and I actually thought KKR can get into the game if we stumble up wickets, and because pressure started coming on RCB after that. My whole point is if you're there, you have to finish off the game. At that point, I expected both Virat and Saul to finish it. He had gotten lucky even in the power play. There were a lot of not even lucky. There were a lot of balls where he could have literally just punched it to the covers, something like that. Even with the Pacers, like he was just swinging every ball, swinging every ball. He missed so much balls. Like if you go back and look at his innings, there's so many balls he missed even playing where you could have just punched the ball. My whole point is his entire approach was only swinging. I'm a big fan of Salt. Like he's been my favorite opener ever. Like I wanted him badly, but I am concerned about the way you bat. Like I need you to be more responsible. And I have this concern only because I know who my number three is, and I don't have the biggest confidence. If it was a different scenario where like maybe last year we had Will Jacks, I wouldn't mind that approach of you just go smash. That's the thing. SRH can do that. Travis Head can do that because he knows like someone like Kishan can come in and he has the capability to go continue the smashing. I don't think we have that, and that's my issue. And bro, it's very small issues, but as an RCB fan, I'm going to amplify it always because I think this year is the best year we are set up to win if we can win. But again, playoffs for sure. But after that, it's up to the team to be able to perform. And I think it matters if you're able to like use your brains. Like you look at Travis Head, like again, look at Travis Head last year. He was blistering the entire IPL. In the semi-finals, finals, they struggled against KKR. They couldn't just hack them. They continued the same batting. They just swung every ball and they struggled. And my point is, if I want to cultivate a winning team, you have to be a smart team. Like I just hope it continues where Salt can evolve his game. That's just my opinion, though.
No, that's fair. I don't mind the fact that like players don't swing every ball, but I just feel like just to again just wrap it up because I think he was getting that from Kohli. That's probably why like the approach has been that okay, Salt go go go. And Kohli was brilliant yesterday. I thought Kohli was
See,
class yesterday, like
Two
so good.
straight drive sixes, my
No, bro, like
days.
I have not seen a more. I haven't seen this confident innings from Virat for a while, and he was very good yesterday. But I think you're getting that from Kohli, and that's why they said Salt. You know what? Go for it.
see, my
And
problem is not with Salt doing that. My problem is you have to. That's why I always talked about complementary batting. Point is, number three should be a guy who can back it up. If example, bro, one day slot will be explosive. Okay, next game if he's not explosive, your number three need to carry the explosiveness, and that's what I allude back to. Like someone like DC, someone like even like what do you call that SRH. If head doesn't bat, like he gets out early in the power play, there's someone like Ishan Kishan, there's someone like Faisal Magurk to come inside and continue that explosiveness. We don't have that in my number three, and that's my
no, I
issue, and that's
agree.
why I'm
I
telling.
don't think we have it in Devdutt either. But looking at what DK said after the game, that Devdutt actually has been working on making those 30-40 runs quickly. Let's see like how it plays now. Now it looks like RCB are going to play him consistently at number three. And if that is the case, you might as well see what he has to offer because, and based on what DK has said, that is going to be his role to come in, score that quick 30. Whether it's going to happen or not, of course, the big question. But the fact that they're setting up for that exact job is quite interesting. So that means that we know that Devdutt is going to bat at three no matter what this season. So
Yeah,
like
but again, like look at yesterday, bro. I don't want to be too harsh on Devdutt. I think I actually rate him as a batsman overall, but I just don't think T20 is his
even
format
I
right
don't think
now.
T20 is his game. But
Yeah,
now that he's
and just
worked
look
on
at
it,
yesterday, bro. Like everyone, like top two, four, Patidar, Livingstone, everyone came and started playing quickly. It was not. I understand Livingstone was no pressure inning, but everyone was comfortable enough to come and smash. And like I don't want to give the excuse of okay, when Devdar came in, he played against Narayan, Varun Chakravarti, but Patidar came and played against Narayan his first ball. He smashed him. It's not like I can't give that excuse like like you're facing a tough bowler because others around you are able to get something out of the pitch. They are able to play it. My whole point is like, bro, if it's not complimentary, like if you're not able to like back up your openers and continue that explosiveness, which again, that's one more reason why I didn't rate Will Jack so much last year because I think even he couldn't do the same thing. But yesterday we had a different style. This year we know RCB are trying to be more like SRH, like be more explosive, be front foot from the beginning, and I accept it. But you need to have a better number three, a better number four who can do that. And if you don't have that, I rather have my top two openers playing a bit more smarter. And yesterday was the prime example where like Salt didn't have any pressure. You could have finished the match. You didn't have to keep swinging. And I was literally, even though I enjoyed his batting, the way he played his shots were beautiful. Like I was also scared because everybody was just swinging, 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 and I was like, bro, after some time you're just gonna nick one. We
mhm.
know how this ends. Like you're always gonna nick one.
Yep, yep, fair enough. So that's that, guys. Today, bro, it's been a good 2 days. Honestly, this weekend has been quite fun. Good IPL stuff. We haven't had like a nail biter yet. It's been 3 games. We've not got that super close contest yet. Hopefully tomorrow, Delhi LSG, we get it. It's going to be an interesting one. And then on Tuesday, we've got GT versus Punjab. So the next 2 games for you guys. So yeah, again, just catch us. We'll hopefully be there covering this stuff. Please like and share the video, subscribe to Sports Recovery, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.